Welcome Raider Nation and Raiderettes. This your host Raider Leah. We are now back in tune at the Black Hole Hangout. Guys, listen up. There's been a lot going on we need to get in contact with. So first of all, we want to talk about the reset, which I will call a reset because there's a lot going on here now that we have got the first round draft pick and we have done our 7-round draft whatnot, along with the coaches and everything else that we have got on our team. So basically, guys, the conversation is this. Should we have got the first round pick, or should we have traded that first round pick in and actually got ourselves potentially 3 different round picks? The question is, me personally, like I said in the last video that we had here, we should have traded a first round pick. First round pick is Fernando Mendoza. In 2022, he was redshirted at California. 2023, played 9 games with a start of final 8 contests. 1,708 yards, 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, passes, 49-92, 1.9 ratio, 2 TD rushing. 2024, he ranked 10 in the FBS with a completion rate of 68%. 0.7, 265, 386 percentage, 3,000 yards and 400, and 16 TDs, 6 INTs, started 11 games, 87, 105, 1.22 TD rushes, missed the final regular season game due to illness. All right. And then came back at 2025, won the Heisman Trophy, national top player, Association Press of the Year. That's when everybody was going crazy over this guy. All right, so he's all Big Ten, led the whole FBS in passing TDs, 41, season school record. Okay, so this guy was pretty good, right? I saw some of his highlights. He was running around, doing certain things, and he looked phenomenal in the bowl. All right, I'm not taking nothing away from this guy. I'm really not. But the question is this. We had a first round pick. He looks like most likely probably the best quarterback. I didn't think we needed a quarterback this year because we ended up picking up a quarterback that's actually reliable enough to get the job done. So if we look here, go ahead and take a look. Now, we picked up Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback, guys. Really, he's really a good quarterback. He's proven that he's good enough to start in the league. And I think that since we got Kirk Cousins, I don't understand why we would actually need any other quarterback at this moment. So I was assuming that we would just trade the first round pick for about maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe get about 3 picks. Now, if we'd have got those 3 picks, we could have focused on the offensive line. That was my main concern. And if you're going to use the same offensive line that Genty had last year and expect us to all of a sudden be playoff contenders because we got a quarterback, that's insane to me. I don't think that we're going to be some type of playoff team just because we get a quarterback. I don't think so. I think that every quarterback in the past has been running for their life because of the Raiders' offensive line. Until you fix a line, a quarterback is not even going to have the potential to be able to develop. Now, you got to remember, these players could be really great as quarterbacks coming into the league. If you come into the league in the wrong system, it can break your development. You need a structure in order for you to grow and learn. You can't learn when you don't get the ability to learn because people are not blocking for you. You're not even getting a chance to really observe a field the way you want to because all the time you need to assess as you gain experience out there in the field. You're not even getting it because you're getting chased by 4 or 5 guys all the time. It's not going to work. You got to realize that you need protection to develop, be able to see the field, see the play, recognize, grow, and learn. Because you got to learn in the NFL. This is not college. It's a big difference. We don't have a system when it comes to our offensive line because our offensive line is atrocious. It's been like that last year and the year before that. I don't think we had a good offensive line for a while. We're talking even when we had Josh Jacobs, there was times when he had to actually create his own yards. We should not expect for a halfback to create his own yards. That tells you the offensive line is not good. Now, if a halfback is creating yards, making things happen, then it makes the offensive line look like they're a great offensive line. But we all seen that's not possible once Jacobs left and we put in halfbacks that can't create their own yards. And we seen that it was no good. That's not going to work for us. What we have to do, guys, is start from the beginning. The basics is the O-line. The O-line have to produce. They got to be able to protect, recognize. Thanks for everybody who's chipped in here, like Viewing Guide, Raider Manzola, all the other guys that came into here to chat today. As the season starts to approach us now, and we have got all our draft picks in, we just want to assess where we're standing and what do you think that actually we should have done. Me personally, I think that we should have traded that first round pick, guys. We are not at a stage where we just need one player to get us to the playoffs. That's not true. We don't need one player. What we need is to build a foundation stable enough that we can actually create and build off of that. There's many pieces and holes in the team. Defense has bunches of holes, offense have holes, and how are we going to patch these holes up? Last year we got a great running back. This year we went for the top quarterback. Do you think that this is punching holes? It's not punching holes. We're just going out there just trying to make ourselves not look that horrible by getting the best pick. Sometimes you don't need the best pick. Sometimes you need to have great picks. I think we should have traded the first round pick. I think we could have got at least 3 picks out of it. I think that out of those 3 picks, we should have just went for offensive line. I seen we picked up some guards and stuff like that. We should have went out and got a couple more top ones. We should have went for the top 3 offensive linemen this year in the draft, period. And just call that offensive line quits at that point. Use our quarterback that we have for free agency, and the rest we could have just did defense. I mean, we would have had the extra picks. Now, we didn't do it. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should have kept the first round pick or we should have traded it? That's the debate here that we're trying to figure out here from the nation. So let's see, let's take a look here. Oh, Viewing Guy, what's going on? You think we should have traded him? Yeah, I think so too. Actually, I think that if we would have traded him, we would have got more value out of it. We have to look into the future as far as our team as a whole. You know, our future is more important than trying to get a rebound name because we're trying to rebound off of that horrible, horrifying year that we had. Well, the couple of years we have had. Trading him would have gave us more value. I definitely agree on that. You see the order of the draft picks is very interesting. Now, this is a draft. Wait, hold on. Let's look at this first here. We are in our lineup. So we got Kirk Cousins starting. And that's the thing. We pick up a first round draft pick, uses it just for him not to start. Now, if we're going to start Kirk Cousins anyway, we could have traded this pick, Manzola. Tell you the truth. Because Kirk Cousins is already starting. Then you got Aiden Connell on the third. Then you got Jacobs Clark at the end. Genty starting on halfback. Washington Jr. Mike. I think that's a draft pick that we have picked up, which probably we needed. Lube, Chris Collier, and then we got, excuse me guys if I'm not pronouncing these names properly. We got Roman Hemby, and then we got our tight ends is Brock Bowers as usual, really good. Mike Mayer, I like Mike Mayer, I always did. And then Ian Thomas. Got a couple more tight ends. Check this out, guys. So we have Jack Betch. Now, Jack Betch, we drafted him a couple years ago, right? I always thought that he was going to be a third wide receiver. Now they're actually going to be playing him. They're going to be playing him left wide receiver. He's playing left wide receiver. He should be in the slot. To me, he's a slot receiver. Trey Tucker is definitely an outside receiver. He's our main number 1. I'm going to have to say out of this list. Trey Tucker's the best one out here. And then you got Jalen Nailor, which is a decent another receiver that's at the other end. But I'll definitely run Jack Betch in the slot. He's an issue in the slot. That no one's paying attention to this, but he's definitely an issue in the slot. Next, we have the offensive line. Now we got Colton Miller. He's been here for a while. He's pretty good. But this is where it kind of bothers me here. Colton's good. Powers Jackson is good. I recommend him as a guard. I'm going to say he's a legit guard here. I think he's going to do good this year. Cole Miller's going to do good. But then you got Spencer and you got Tyler Linderbaum. I think that's a rookie. I think we got. Let's go take a look. Not for sure. Take a look. All right, here. So the first round pick was Mendoza. Then the second pick was Trayden Stukes. This Stukes guy, I don't know. We went defense, but should we win defense? I think defense was next year. Next year, I thought was defense is next year. I think we should have went for defense next year and the year after that. I think this year should have been straight offense. I mean, honestly, I don't expect that defense to change. Using a pick six for this guy, we've been picking up similar picks like this before, like Trayvon Marion, people like that, and all these DBs and these people we thinking that's gonna be doing stuff, and we don't even keep. And then we went to from round two. Okay, so he was in Arizona. Let's go take a look at him. Played 3 games as a reserve walk-on. He got experience. He's been playing 5 years. So he leads the team with 7 pass breakup attempts. Played in all 12 games with 5 starts, 31 tackles, 7 PBUs. That was in 2022. He played 11 games, 7 starts, 42 tackles. That one's not bad. Honorable mention, all Pac-12 conference. Started 12 games, and then he did 55 tackles, INT, and 9 PBU. Then, 2024, he started the first 4 games. 18 tackles. 18 tackles in 4 games. But he missed the rest of the season with a knee injury. He was a team captain, but he had a knee injury. See, this is the thing. 2025, let's see what happened here when he came back off of injury. Press All-American, first team All Big 12 Conference. Tie for the team lead with 4 interceptions. He's out here picking off people, huh? Started 10 games, 52 tackles. Sack. And his father, Ray, he played at Pacific University and Arena Football League. This is the dude that we picked. We picked up a safety. So basically we went from quarterback to safety because we figured that we needed safety because we got rid of Trey. I know we got Palomo and what's the name starting. So we got to figure this out because if it's not, then we wasted our second pick. If he's not going to play, if this guy isn't going to play better than him or at least as him, then I think we wasted our time. Let's see. All right, we're gonna see what happens. Then we went from pick 6, second round, to round 3. Okay, round 3. Look at this. Look at this. We went and got a defensive end. Kieran Crawford. He's a DE from Arkansas State. All right, played 10 games as a reserve, 14 tackles, 1 sack. That's in 2022. 2023, started all 13 games, 44 tackles, 5.5 sacks, and a block kick. That's not. Played in all 12 games as a reserve, 22 tackles in 2024. Then in 2025, he was a 3rd team All-Sec, played 12 games, 36 tackles, and with 5 sacks. This is the thing about the DEs. Every time we pick up a defensive lineman, guys, I don't know. We got lucky with it. Only one I can't say we pick up because we got lucky with him. Max Crosby was not a pickup. Max Crosby was a luck up. We lucked up with him. He was definitely not on our top list of the board. Nothing that we were looking forward to. Nothing that we were looking into. We just happened to came across him and got lucky, and he became amazing. But our regular programming, as far as we drafting players, are not good when it comes to defensive linemen. No one starts. Crosby's the only one. They're all kind of like flying rotation or fly out the door. They're gone. Our next pick we picked was a guard. Now see, we went and got a safety. Then we went and got a DE. Then a guard. Trey Zahn the third from Texas A&M. I like this. I just thought we'd get more guys. When we got him, and I was like, yes, about time. Why are we waiting? Because we got a big name quarterback, and that's why we just going to skip on the rest of it. Now, we should have kept building on the offensive line. Seriously. These guys, I'm not taking nothing away from them. The safety and this guy, the DE, second round and third could have waited. You do need a safety. But I bet you he's not even starting. Let's go see. I don't even think he's starting. So we went and picked the second round pick that's not even starting. But I think we're starting Jeremy Chin and Paulo. My thing is this, guys. We are going to for the second round pick 6. This ain't second round 31, 30, or something like that. Down there. This is pick 6. That second round has to be a starter. So that's why I said it should have been a guard here. See? Guard or a tackle. One of them should have been here. Offensive lineman should have been here. And one that is starting. Is he going to start? I don't think so. He's a third round pick. Another one. I don't think he's even starting either. Let's go take a look. The starter list. Defense. Booker Thomas is starting. DE. And the inside, Adam Butler. Okay, Adam Butler's been here for a while. Butler, to me, I thought that was always a good defensive tackle. About time he starts. About time. He's good. Jonah Lalu. Okay. And then we got Quiddy Pay. He's not even starting. What is he, the third round pick? Where is he? Tyron Johnson. Let's see. Booker, Hemaway, Tonka Hemaway. This is another guy we had picked up, Tonka Hemaway. Remember him? Was he like the third? What Tonka Hemaway draft pick was the other year? I don't know, but I think he was a top one of the 1 through 5. 5, I think, maybe. I might be wrong. But that was a pick too we picked, and he hasn't started yet. But I know Tonka Hemaway was drafted. Still didn't add up to anything. That's what I mean about these defensive people we pick up. I don't understand it. This guy here, Tommy Eichenberg. I thought he was good in college. In college, he was flying around, tackling. Oh my gosh, he was amazing. Don't know what happened to him. This is year 3 maybe with him, 4, something like that. But he's back. I thought he was good. Dean Nuke, I don't know who it is, but he's starting the middle linebacker. Oh, they put Tommy in the weak side linebacker. Middle linebacker was Dean. Now Max Crosby's playing right outside linebacker. They don't move Crosby to an outside linebacker. Crosby was defensive end. So they're going to be running Booker and Hemaway. See what Hemaway Tonka is going to be able to do. Now, they're running a base 3-4. That's why I was reading this wrong. This is a base 3-4. So basically it's three linemen, 4 linebackers. This is what they're doing. So they're going to run Booker and Tonka, I'm assuming. Then they have Adam Butler in the middle. We're gonna see how this works. I guess because coaches is different here, so we're gonna see how this works. I'm not used to Raiders running this kind of formation, and they got Max Crosby as a outside linebacker, the weak linebacker here, Quay, left outside linebacker. Okay. So, but look at this, Malcolm Koonce, another draft pick, and he played and he did pretty good. He got injured, but then he was doing really good at defensive end. They done moved him to linebacker too. What is he doing? Like I said, that defensive end, his name was Tyron Johnson. Anyway, guys, I'm just not getting this here because it's just like the draft picks are confusing me for a minute for what they're trying to do. Now I give credit because the coaches are probably trying to do something different. Now, Kieran Crawford, he's not up there. He's not up there. That's the pick 3. Then you go to the pick 4. The guard. That's the ones that I was looking for. He most likely going to get some run. If he's good enough, he should be starting. He's not starting. So it looks like we drafted the backups. Like this round pick is a backup. Like we just drafted people for backups. Round 4, we went to cornerback. We draft cornerbacks. They don't make it. This one here, I'm gonna say this next pick, Mike Washington. We needed him. Even though we got Genty, we needed him because when Genty went out, running backs ain't do nothing. This guy's hopefully is going to be able to make some moves happen. We can get that when Genty, get that rest. We can get him to come in here and start bussing. That's what we need. That one I like. This is I like. I like this one. And we got this guy Dalton Johnson, acquired from the Saints, and then we got another cornerback. That's not going to be started. Then we went to a receiver. Could have been an offensive tackle, another guard. Be nice. Then we're okay with these receivers. Then we went defensive tackle again. Could have been another lineman. Brandon Cleveland, he's not going to start. He's not even going to be back up, probably. These are the draft picks that we picked. Guys, we got to figure out what are we going to do here? What do you think about this? Like, do you think that these picks were good for us? Do you think that the order of these picks was really good for us? What do you think? I mean, I am confused with a lot of stuff that's going on with this. This whole draft pick situation is very, very confusing to me. But I got high hopes for us. If we can pull this off, we could probably get away with this. Maybe Maybe, guys, maybe. Now, the thing is this. This the thing. Hypothetically speaking, if we took that first round pick, traded it, and got two more picks, and then maybe a future pick, we could have got another first round pick, another second round pick. We could have got another third round pick. We could have squeezed that. The second and third round picks, not even starters. We're not the only team that needed a quarterback desperately. They would have definitely pick up that quarterback. But I think that we could have got a first round pick. We could have got our guard, our first round. The second round, we could have really stacked up. We could have stacked up. We could have got our defense and our offense. We could have got a guard too. And then we could have did it again when we went and got that defensive for that third pick. We could have got an offensive guard tackle again. We could have been able to stack up on that. We could have got those two extra players. And them two extra players, to me, I think were offensive linemen. We needed two more offensive linemen. That was my thing. Let's see what we're going to do here now. So our depth chart definitely looking very, 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 very unusual. I don't really know who's going to really end up as far as starting, because you got to think about it. Some of these players might not even be starters. They might come in, outshine them. You know how stuff is. But let's just go over this one more time here. Now, this is the thing too. Think about this. Look, Dante Thornton Jr. What happened to this guy? That's another pickup that we picked up last year with the hopes of thinking that this guy's gonna do something. He was not good last year, guys. No, he was not good. Oh my goodness. I don't know. He's fast. Trey Tucker's fast too. But Trey Tucker, oh, he's a beast. That's the best we got. You can't get rid of him. Thornton Jr. I don't know. This offensive line, this offensive line, I don't know, guys. Tight end is good. Quarterback's going to be good. So we're going to have Kirk Cousins, which is going to be a good quarterback. Brock Bowers, always a great tight end. Ashton Jenkins, great running back. I like Connor Hayward. He's good as a fullback. But then you got the receivers. I think that Trey Tucker is going to be great. And then Jack Bech, I think he's going to do good when he comes out. Jalen Nayland is good. Now, this 3 lineup receiver core right here, I think is going to be pretty decent. I like this. We're going to see what we can do, especially with a quarterback that can actually throw the ball now that we have. I think it's going to work out really good. Offensive lines, what scares me. Like I said in the last thing, I said only 2 are any good. Colton, Powers is good. Now we got to see. Glaze is iffy. Sometimes he's good. We got to see what this rook guy is going to be able to do, Tyler. And then Spencer Burford. That's that for the offensive line. Hopefully, we should have a decent, somewhat offense. It's better. But this defense, this was a project I thought we should be working on next year and the year after. It would have got us through. But we started taking draft picks to try to pick this up. We can't really do this right now. We have to focus on the offense, which they did a little bit. They should have did more. But those picks that we did this year for this defense is not gonna, I just don't think it's gonna impact too much. I think that the players we got are already gonna start. Those guys gonna be in the bench, probably get no play time. So what was the point? I'm not understanding this. The defense, I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. Like, seriously, what do you think we're actually gonna be any good this year? We're definitely gonna be better than last year. I just want to talk a little bit about it. I don't think that the first round pick was reasonable. I think that we should have probably just traded it. That was my whole train of thought as far as this draft pick goes. I think we should have traded it for more power on the offense. But now that we got him and he's not starting, it's very disappointing. I know that people are going to say, oh, he's going to learn from this guy and learn from that guy and this and this and that. Yeah, but we have so many other issues to take care of on this team that we can't afford to put all our baggage on one guy to learn in the next 2-3 years when we got holes that we just need to fix, and his value could have helped patch these holes up. That was what do you guys think? But anyway, that's what we're going to be dealing with going into the season this year. And check out my other videos that I got, basically talking about some of these players and what they have done the year before and the year before that. Like, we were just looking at one of those guys, and it's just, we keep getting players that are, the flush system is ridiculous. We get them in and out. It's like they come in and they go, or they come in and they sit on the bench. backups. We gotta start drafting starters, you know, someone that's gonna make an impact. Guys, thanks for joining the Black Hole Hangout. Tune back again because we have another episode about some staffing. Check out the other videos with the coaches and the trades that we have made too, so go check those out next. And I will be getting back to you guys, especially my Raiderettes. Shout out to all of them. Like, make some comments, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will be getting back to you guys again. But till then, Raider Nation, Black Hole Hangout for life. Peace.